Hello friends, welcome to some more Overwatch, and shout out to my opponent Canada, that's a pretty cool name. I'll keep Acidic Swamp Ooze. Should I have got rid of it? I don't know, maybe I should have gotten rid of it and wait for Lord Jaraxxus. But we'll see how this one works out. We'll know right away if it's Zoo, and if it's Zoo then it's a really good thing I kept this, so I can have something to contest the board. And if not, that's good also. I don't feel pressure to play this right now. But knowing that I have such a strong follow-up, I kind of don't mind, because at this point if it is some sort of hand deck, then I definitely think I need to be tempoing them down and applying pressure before they can tap their way to victory. Because that's how I would basically lose. Obviously there can be a coin, a 3-7... 4-7 Twilight Drake, which is bad news for me. 4-8, I can't count. And I don't really care as much about that because I have this. And I just want to apply a bit more pressure here so that tapping becomes an issue. Now obviously there are other board clears that can be done. There can be a Hellfire, an attack into here, and all sorts of stuff, but all of these things I think are okay for me at this point. And having gotten in a few attacks onto my opponent's health, I think we're kind of sitting in good shape. That's a lot worse actually. 3-6-9, yeah, kills almost my entire board. Yeah, I know he wants to kill something that's not the one that's gonna live, but... Ooh, now we really have a tough decision. Because this is a really... Well, if I had something else to play, I think this would be okay. The issue is, of course, I know my opponent's deck has other big minions. Probably has a giant or two. Probably has something, right? But this cost me a lot of resources this way. So I think doing this is okay. And maybe I could have just honestly gone all the damage at face here. But we'll see. This is 9 on board. So that's alright. If my opponent has Reno, I mean... If it is a Reno deck, which I'm kind of thinking it probably is. Yeah, I still think I go for it here, right? It's really unfortunate that I'm this far off. That I'm this close, I should say. And then if I Doomsayer... I don't have lethal the next turn. I was just thinking, like, I play the Doomsayer in the event that my opponent has Reno. But that's... So actually, that turn where I didn't attack cost me lethal there. So yeah, this game would have been over. It still might be. But I'm just saying, like, it would have been for sure, yeah. Doesn't seem like anything's happening here. Oh, they could actually double taunt. Dark Bomb is gone, right? That doesn't even save him. Yeah, they could Argent Defender up, right? That would be kind of unfortunate for me. 7 damages? Why are you leaving 7 on the board? That's okay. And that could have been done last turn. Yeah, that was an interesting one there. I don't know what that quest was. I should have been paying attention. That was an interesting game, I think, where I missed lethal. Well, I didn't miss lethal, but I missed setting up lethal a turn ahead of when I should have. But that's okay. I don't know. Was this the same opponent or not? Oh well, whatever. We'll see how this ends up working. I can't keep any of these, right? Well, I mean, honestly, like, keeping these are okay. If I think it's Zoo, well, if I think it's Zoo, I can... No, I feel like I need the really early game, though. That's kind of the really early game. And if it's Zoo, this can do real work. If my opponent plays a Flame Imp or something like that. I'm tempted to Agent here. And the idea is, if it is Zoo, I'll have something to contest right away, or I can even Pain and then... Actually, that's wrong. I would want to save Pain for... Yeah, this I'm trading with. This is what I'm going to save for... What are the cards that I'm looking to save it for? Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, draw last? Whatever. So now we have issues because... Well, if we think it's Zoo... If we think it's Zoo, then we kind of want the 4-3 because it's going to get out quick and have an immediate impact. But the Dark Peddler could also just mean a Reno deck, but I think we're going to play it safe. It's still a Death Rattle. It will still help in the long run when I get to Enzoth. Wow, that's not a card that you see all the time now, is it? Most certainly not. And a Murloc? That's terrifying. Do I want to 2-for-1 this? That's kind of unfortunate for me, but... Yeah, that 4 attack is just very, very unruly for the priests. I can handle basically everything else that gets played now. Battle cry? Whoa! I've never seen that triggered before. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I think I have to play something on the board here. I'm gonna have to continue to play stuff on the board every turn. Well, at least I have next 2 turns. I'll basically be playing stuff that I know will be able to be answered. But that'll be okay. Bunch of discard cards. Maybe that'll... Oh boy. Yikes. Doing some Murloc work on me here. That's kind of scary, actually. If I get a smaller minion, so definitely a good choice that I took this instead of Sylvanas, because I'd be really, really in trouble right now. Wow. Just leaving it up and going face, eh? This is a battle cry? I think that's okay then. I think that's okay. It helps clear out the board. Our boards are now kind of even, in that he's not going to be able to burst through mine unless he... Or punch through my taunt here unless he's able to... That's okay. Unless he uses something else. Oh my, Fist of Jaraxxus, you are... I think Sylvanas, while I still have the chance to be slow, because in a turn or two... Okay, so there's no more... How much does Fist of Jaraxxus do? 4. Whew. That's a pretty cool combo. Forces my opponent to really be tapping, but... That's okay. Potentially. Yeah. Now I really need my AoEs. And I do not have a lot, that's for sure. Okay, well, good thing I got my other Shadow Word Pain here. I wonder if Brand... Nothing is, Yeah, this is a big problem for me, huh? That is fantastic, actually.
Let none survive.
Now, obviously, I wouldn't be surprised if this deck does run silences, just because this seems, like, so crazy. But... maybe we get to stabilize, maybe not. If they have a couple big Murloc buffs in the deck, if I see a War Leader now, I might just lose right away. I might lose this turn. Yeah, draw first. That's okay. If they don't sack the 4-3, I'm going to be able to... Oh, jeez, that's really good. Yeah, I could see this working out very, very poorly for me. Oh, that's bad news bears. Oh, the rest just goes face, huh? Wow, yeah, there's nothing to do now. There's no taunts I can steal. There's no, what don't I want? Wait, this is the one that does it, right?
Let none survive.
Give me the 3-2. This is still 5 damage, so I have to heal. Oh boy. Yeah, there's too many buffs here that finish me off. This was this was a very unexpected, yeah. This is a very unexpected deck by my opponent. If I kept the Holy Nova, it might have been different, but who knows. Who knows what I wouldn't have had in my hand to deal with the other cards you played at the beginning of the game. Crazy Murlocs. Oh well. Oh well. Yeah, that time. See, the first game there, I definitely think I made some misplays. The second game with the Murlocs, I don't know what I really could have done different, except predicting a zoo / Murloc zoo. Ooh, 3 Warlocks in a row here. I've seen some funky ones. Do I keep the Doomsayer? I think I do. And I get rid of Shadow or Death. Because Blackwing Technician, yeah, this is totally fine. If I top deck a dragon, maybe I play Twilight Whelp. Nah, now I don't. Now I just Doomsayer on 2, and it's fine.
The light protects.
Yeah, this is fine. Wasting turn 1 and 2. I think this is very good. Sure, I know it means my opponent gets a tap, but setting up with Blackwing Technician right away on board, I think that's just way too strong. I think this is basically why I've teched in Doomsayer. I mean, I could have Excavated Evil instead, basically. It would be doing the same sort of thing. I'm basically trying to disrupt Zoo. It's just whether do I do it on turn 2 or do I do it on turn 5 when Excavated Evil deals with the aggro shaman as well very, very well. So, we'll see. Maybe I'll have to figure out how to fit a couple Excavateds at the beginning of next month so we can end off our month a little bit better than 25%. But that's okay. That's not what it's all about. What it's all about is winning the tournaments. That's what it's all about for me. I don't know when, but I will be doing some for some. Ooh, what was this? Argent Squire? Oh, it didn't want to. That's a very strange and interesting play, and I don't know what to think about it because if it's aggro, I would expect them to be able to flood the board relatively easily and not really worry about losing 1 or 2 minions. But this just let me kind of develop a stronger board, and I'm not expecting these cards if it's not Zoo. Maybe they're planning some massive Murloc turn that I'm not going to be able to answer. Fantastic.
So many possibilities.
This is becoming very, very strange for me, and I don't know what to think. This is not how I would be playing Zoo. I mean, maybe these are the cards that are in the hand, right? Like, can't always judge. And again, with this sort of deck that I'm playing, it's all about the tempo. So playing these minions out, attacking, not worrying about healing to full health every turn is kind of what this is about. When it's very, very minion based. And my opponent is loving the full hand. I'm getting a little bit worried just because I'm not sure. Or maybe my opponent just knows they don't have good trades in their hand. And that's why they're kind of forced to be making these plays. And then I feel like I have to save Holy Nova for later. For when the flood finally does come, because it's going to have to come. And then I have these cards for, I got my Death, I have Entomb for the big cards. I'm feeling okay about this match. I'm not going to call it because we all know I can mess things up before it's over. I'm just really confused what's going on with my opponent. With Zoo, you just gotta play your cards and just deal with it as they fall. Okay. That's a couple possessed villagers now. I don't know. Do I play around? I'm gonna heal that one. So now the issue is, do I play around MCT? And honestly, at this point, when I'm this far ahead and I feel like I have enough power on board, and I have all the answers I'm ever going to need, I'm definitely playing around MCT. Worst case is right now I get something gets MCT'd that I really need. Like if I played the Twilight Guardian and that or my 5/4 gets stolen, that's just such bad news for me. And there's no point to take that risk. And that's one of the things that I've learned. Lessons from season 26. If you're ahead, play safe. Also, I feel like I need to take more time to look for potential setting up 2-turn lethals. Especially with this sort of deck. Because this deck can win a bit quicker than I have been doing. They don't always need to go fully out to fatigue, fully out to control games. Dr. Boom on 7? I got the answer for that right now. I'm fine with that. Is this worth... I was going to say, is this worth Holy Nova? And then I top deck another Holy Nova, so yeah, it kind of is. So that's pretty good. Yeah, maybe... I'm really curious what my opponent had. With that many cards in hand, if it's Zoo, play them all. I probably wouldn't have been able to have dealt with them as cleanly as my opponent thought. But that's okay. Sometimes you get these wins. I know, it's late in the month, and I'm a low rank. This is what I get.
Well played.
Alright, everyone. Once my opponent says go, I'll see you next time. No, that wasn't a mistake. That was fine. Alright, everyone. Those were a couple of fun ones. I'll see you next time.